Good evening. President Donald Trump is now calling on Congress to act quickly, replacing a complex immigration program, a program he announced will end in 6 months.
It's deferred action for childhood arrivals. It has shielded young unauthorized immigrants from deportation since President Obama enacted it back in 2012.
Chants and outcries reverberating in our nation's capital this evening. Tens of thousands of people marching in support of undocumented immigrants impacted by this announcement. Just one of many large protests across the country today.
Tonight we have live team coverage explaining this complex story. Eddie Guajardo examines the potential impact to labor and the workforce here in San Antonio. But we begin with Oscar Margain along the border, talking to DACA recipients unsure about their next move.
Good morning. I'm here today to announce that the program known as DACA that was effectuated under the Obama administration is being rescinded.
Many long faces among DACA recipients, their families, and pro-immigrant activists as they listened live to Attorney General Jeff Sessions announcing the end of an executive order that provided temporary legal status and work permits for around 800,000 undocumented immigrants.
I was hoping that it would be a different outcome, but I was expecting it.
22-year-old Leslie Gonzalez is one of approximately 28,000 dreamers in this region of the border, people brought to the U.S. illegally by their parents when they were children. She came to the U.S. at just 6 years old and is now a year away from graduating with a bachelor's degree. Her two brothers are also DACA recipients. They haven't spoken yet. With the end of DACA comes uncertainty. Many of these immigrants and their families now consider a return to hiding in the shadows, like Maria, who chose to not share her last name or remove her sunglasses, fearing her undocumented son would be identified. Living in the shadows is only one new reality facing hundreds of thousands across the country. Those who live along the southern border may also lose their ability to travel, as all roads north lead to Border Patrol checkpoints.
Well, I did feel stuck before DACA, and I know that once March 5th hits us, I'm going to feel stuck again.
Dreamers here are now having to turn to a Republican-led Congress for a permanent solution to this issue. They'll have 6 months before the DACA program expires. In Far, near the Texas-Mexico border, I'm Oscar Margain reporting.
Now, critics of the DACA program say rescinding it will actually allow more job opportunities for Americans. Eyewitness News reporter Eddie Guajardo continues our team coverage tonight, looking at the potential economic impact to us in the Alamo City. Eddie.
Jeff, Texas is the second largest state with DACA recipients, with more than 120,000 over the past 5 years. According to Pew Research, only California has more recipients, and local organization tells us these individuals fill important jobs that help the economy thrive.
Getting out there and being a real person, getting goals, like I actually just got a promotion.
She's one of the many dreamers filling a skilled job, living in the shadows. The San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce says because dreamers don't register to vote or hold a legal status in the state, it's unclear how many work in San Antonio. But the organization, who works closely with DACA students and workforce groups, says their role in the job force is impactful.
Well, San Antonio is very big in manufacturing. Some of these students graduate with engineering degrees or skill sets that help those manufacturers here in San Antonio seek that type of talent.
A study by the Migration Policy Institute shows that in Bexar County, at least 13,000 are eligible for DACA. As the DACA program phases out, employers will be forced to let go of employees across the nation, employees who contribute to the U.S. economy.
I work here just like everybody else does. I pay my taxes.
With unemployment at 3.5% in San Antonio, experts say the city could struggle to fill vacant positions, jobs on the line that leave many dreamers unsure of their future.
It's kind of scary for me to think, you know, you're getting like ahead in life and it's having to backtrack to starting from the very beginning.
As for DACA recipients taking the jobs of other Americans, like it was said in today's press conference, a spokesperson with the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce says it's a level playing field. He says people are hired because of their skill set and education. In the studio, Eddie Guajardo, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Addie. Governor Greg Abbott reiterated today that he believes the issue should be handled by Congress. Attorney General Ken Paxton has urged the Department of Justice to end DACA, claiming it was an unlawful overreach.